Almost finishing the coffee because it's the fourth time I'm starting the camera. Last time I did it so because I burped. So it's not such a good day. I feel still a bit sick, as if I have a cold without the symptoms, just a overall bad juju vibe thing. And a friend of mine just asked me like 5 minutes ago, she asked me, "What's the purpose of this?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I don't want to gain anything, basically. Even though I am hopeful that someday these things will make me money and it will be important for my success, I think the things that I'm getting adjacent to those is much more necessary. I'm waking up, drinking my coffee, and filming, which means I'm using the camera every day without fail. I'm being consistent, which was a very hard thing to do for me in the last 4 years. Well, in the last forever, 31 years. It's been very hard for me to be very consistent. But now, because I use the camera as accountability to do a daily habit, a daily routine where I talk about my emotions in this channel and the other channels where I just film what I work and I talk and I explain and I just express myself in front of the camera and I edit videos every day and I do all of this work. It keeps me accountable and it keeps me focused on the things that matter, which is output. Even though you're not getting the results, and I'm not getting the results, it's it seems to the world as if I'm doing a lot of things, which I am, but I'm getting more out of it than money. Money, I'm not getting any money, and I'm not even close to getting any money from YouTube. So, what I am doing is using this to speak better on camera, to formulate my thinking in a coherent manner, to adapt to the situation, even though I don't have a script, to understand how to build a story, how to build a narrative, and how to explain things in a better way. I am practicing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing my reps. And at some point, these skills that I'm building will be beneficial to my success. And they are already in terms of being able to express myself, to come up with ideas, to be action bias, to put forward the action and not the thinking, not the, oh, I want to do that, oh, I want to do that, oh, I'm dreaming of this. No, just do it, like a famous brand would say. So, what's my purpose with this? My purpose is to continue doing it because it is truly amazing to feel consistent in something, even though you're not getting the results that people would think they are necessary for doing stuff. The fact that you are consistently showing up builds confidence in yourself. It builds this burning desire to just continue. And it gets easier and easier. Every day, you just become better at focusing on the camera, understanding what kind of phrases you can compose, finding new words in the plethora of meandering thoughts that you have, and extracting only the things that seem very good, even though it's not at the level of the best thing you could do. I do think if you can get over 60% of your final output of your top of the line pinnacle of creativity at 100%, if you can get to 60% by doing it daily, slowly you will creep up into the 61, 62, even 70s. I do think that if you look back at the first videos I did on this channel, they are worse. So there is a bit of development sense. I'm doing this to track my emotions, to track my days, to see what I did in the past few days and how I felt about things. I felt awful for the fact that I couldn't get myself to make courses again, even though I needed to make courses. And that was because I was doing the enjoyable stuff first and then doing the courses, which are not very bad. They are not gruesome, let's say. They're just a bit more, they take a bit more attention and a bit more effort. And that gives a lot of resistance, and it takes much more than it gives. You don't get hyped up like this one. Like in this video, I get at the end of it, I'm like, yes, I want to do something else. But after you finish a course, you're like, yes, I've I've finished my day. But then I have to do more things because it's just the start. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm creating basically with these videos, I'm creating quality problems for myself. I am creating 200, 300 gigabytes of footage every day so that I see what I can do with that. So I can post it, so I can deliver, so I can express myself. I put myself on the line and just perform. Well, it doesn't feel like a performance anymore. So that's great. My speech rate has improved, I think. I speak much faster and I can articulate my thinking in a better way. In just a few minutes, I can go back to a previous high that I never hit. So that's one benefit that I get. So to respond to my friend, nothing. Externally, nothing. I'm not getting anything. Sometimes I post 4 or 5 videos and nobody watches. That's fine. I'm still there. I'm still consistent. I still put my thinking out there. And I have it there for the next 20 years, 30 years. I'm going to have it there and look back at the things that I was doing, and I can show people, look, this is what I was doing 10 years ago. This is what I was talking about 10 years ago. And I'm still doing it. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but it's a nice way to just look at the things that I'm doing and see the struggles that I have right now and how I'm not able to really see a future in which I'm very, very successful, and how I'm limiting myself from having the success because I'm afraid. Looking at the raw, honest experience that I have right now and understanding that I should be talking about this because it's my experience and it's relevant to me. And I'm sharing it with the world, not because I want something from the world, but because I want to have it out there as a public record. And I like to fill the servers of Google with all of my stuff. So I've just had a I just formulated a funny idea in my head. That's why I'm laughing. If I'm like basically saying to Google, look, you're gonna use so many resources for me, you might as well just promote me. So it's like, I've done 280 videos. You might as well promote me. Otherwise, it's just inefficiency. So yeah, I'm just being raw, honest, and transparent with myself. Even though at points I feel like I shouldn't share some things, I did. And it felt good to expose myself in that way emotionally. I'm not, it's funny because I started, I think in the third or fourth video, I said I wanted to hire someone. And 80 days later, I did. Someone that I wasn't even dreaming about. I was thinking of someone that I would need to train and have as an employee. And now I just found an editor and gave him the courses, and he's doing a great job. So I already got that. And plus, I changed my life by selling all of the junk that I had, all of the things, all of the inefficiency that I had. I just sold it. I sold two of my cameras, three of my lenses, the iPad. I am going to sell a lot more things just because they are not bringing me any efficiency. I'm just having them there as a nice to have instead of object that gets me somewhere. Like after I started filming these challenges or whatever they are called, daily things, I've noticed I was constantly noticing the other two cameras I have. I had three of the ZV-10s, and I was constantly looking at them, and I was like, "Oh no, that's 66% inefficiency." It's like two cameras are sitting around doing nothing. Nothing. I was like, "Oh no." 66%. So I sold them. I bought this camera and now I have two cameras and I have 50% efficiency. Well, more than 50% efficiency because sometimes I film with both cameras. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this. I'm getting to develop skills. Today was almost the perfect day. I got a bit angry just because I don't know why. I just got angry. I had a bit of anger inside of me lingering, and I was just on edge once again. I don't know why. It sometimes happens whenever I mm, bounce around in between a lot of projects and I get very, very busy. I tend to see the flaws in others and the inefficiency, and I see them as wasting my time. And it's not very good because I feel that anger and frustration. So instead, I should accept it and be happy about it and be accepting and loving to other people. But I am so judgmental about myself that I see it in others as well, where they can improve, where they can do better, but they're not on the same path. They're not obsessed with productivity and speed. So yeah, it was a 98% perfect day. Except for the half an hour where I was angry. Put together, I was 2 minutes there, 5 minutes there, 3 minutes there. But other than that, I felt very good. I went shopping, I did a painting course. It went quite well, even though I think it's a bit long. They should be a bit shorter, but if my editor complains, I'm just going to give him a better deal. I'm just going to give him a bit more money to be like, okay, I'm I'm already doing that by giving him a performance bonus, not attached to anything, because the best bonuses are given for free when you don't expect it. They should ask you why. Why are you giving me this? And that's exactly what he said. And I said just performance. Nothing. Just like I want to give it to you. Give you the money. And it's a very good skill to have, to just be able to pay people a bit more. Just it just makes everything more sweet, more manageable. They're like, okay, it's kind of shitty and it's a lot of work, but at least he's paying me a bit more than I bargained for. So that's basically the idea. I was thinking of of gifts to give him for $20 gifts to gift to him as a bonus instead of giving him money, because it's a way better. People appreciate more when you give them a thoughtful gift instead of money. So yeah, I don't know what to say other than see you tomorrow.